Hi students, Santosh here. Today I am going to deliver my lecture number 11 on highway engineering, which deals with the traffic engineering, road sign, road signal, road marking and traffic island part. And I am going to describe the details which are required for the MPSC mains exam as well as your civil engineering examinations in diploma and degree level. This lecture also useful for the professional engineers as well as new beginners for their orientation and brush up their knowledge. So let us start the lecture number 11 on highway engineering, which deals with the traffic engineering. First of all, we are going to discuss the traffic control devices, and this lecture is based on that only. So the devices which controls the traffic or the various aids and devices used to control, also to regulate and to guide the traffic may be called as a traffic control devices. And the main object of providing traffic control devices on the road is to provide the safety, convenience and economical transportation of persons and goods. That is very important in any highway engineering or traffic engineering, that safe, कन्व्हिनियंट अँड इकॉनॉमिकल ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन म्हणजेच सुरक्षित, आर्थिकदृष्ट्या कमीत कमी आणि सुखकारक असा प्रवास करण्यासाठी जी साधने आपणास उपयोगाला येतात अशा साधनांना आपण ट्रॅफिक कंट्रोल डिव्हाइसेस असे म्हणूया. हे तुम्हाला मी मराठीत सांगितले. देन ट्रॅफिक कंट्रोल डिव्हाइसेस आर द रोड साइन्स, रोड मार्किंग्स, रोड सिग्नल्स and traffic islands. First of all, we are going to discuss the road signs, and we all are familiar with the road signs because road signs are the integral part of any highway, any expressway as well as any city. The city with good road signs is the smart city. You must know that, and you must go to provide good signboards whenever you are the controlling engineer of that highway. Why road signs are required? To provide safety to the traffic, to expedite the traffic, to control the traffic and to guide the traffic. The traffic road signs are provided. Road signs are the devices in the form of symbols or descriptions mounted on a fixed or portable support provided on the road to give the information, to give the warning and to give the guidance to the vehicles and road users. That is nothing but the road signs. Hence, the purpose of road signs can be summarized as to regulate the traffic by imparting message to the drivers when to stop, when to give away or limit their speeds. So limit their speed is also important. To give the timely warning of hazardous situation when they are not self-evident, and to supply the information on highway routes, directions and point of interest. So everybody, you people must travel on Mumbai-Pune Expressway road, and their speed limit is 80 only, 80 kmph, but the vehicles are moving with a great speed, and in Ghat section the speed is down to 20 kmph also, but nobody knows that 20 kmph speed. But when there is an intelligent and skillful driver, he must see all the road signs and he drive his vehicles according to that speed to avoid the possible accidents. And everybody don't want the accidents because your life is very important than that of your time. First is the life, then there is a time. So you must follow the safety rules and you must see the all road signs while traveling on the expressways and highways. According to Indian Vehicle Acts and as per IRC 67/1977 Code of Practice, road signs are classified as regulatory sign, warning sign and informatory signs. In another language, you must know the cricket ground MCG, that is Australia Cricket Ground. M means mandatory, it is substitute to regulatory. C means MCG ka C means cautionary signs and G means guiding signs. So you must know the regulatory sign as a mandatory signs, warning signs as a cautionary signs and informatory signs as a guiding signs. Okay. It is very simple to remember. So what are the regulatory signs or mandatory signs? These signs are the mandatory signs and inform the road users about the laws and regulations, about the restriction to provide the free flow of traffic. These road signs include all such signs which gives the notice of special obligation, prohibition of restriction with which the road user must comply. Violation or non-compliance of these regulations is a legal offense and you have to pay for that. Okay, so stop signs or give way sign is the regulatory or mandatory sign. Prohibitory signs also, no parking and no stopping sign, speed limit and vehicle control sign, compulsory direction control sign, that means one way or two way, or restriction end signs, all these are the regulatory signs. So please look at this figure. This figure first is the figure which shows the stop sign. So stop sign is nothing but the octagon of 900 mm depth. Okay, and give way is the inverted equilateral triangle of 900 mm length. Then prohibitory sign. Prohibitory signs, the typical prohibitory signs are left turn prohibited or right turn prohibited, U-turn prohibited, straight prohibited, no entry, or one-way signs. All these are the prohibitory signs. Also the no parking. This is the no parking sign. You must know that when we are staying at the city. This is the no stopping. Cross indicates the no stopping. Then height limit is 3.50 or 5.50. These two triangles shows the height limit. Then speed limit is that 50, 60 or 80. That is the speed limit. 10 meter means length limit of vehicle. 5 ton means load limit of vehicle. 2 meter, such a sign, such a triangle shows the width restriction or width limit. Then axle load limit, that is 4 ton. These are the different signs. Then direction sign, compulsory direction control sign. These are the restriction end signs, that this is the symbol for the restriction ends. You must remember this for MCQs also, restriction end sign. Then we are going to discuss second type of signs, that are warning signs or cautionary signs. These signs are used to warn the road user of the hazardous condition either on the road or adjacent to the road. The warning signs are in the shape of equilateral triangle with its apex upward. Okay, and they have white background, red border and black symbol. They have white background, red border and black symbols. These signs are located in sufficient distance in advance on a road or expressways, and distance for the national or state highway is 120 meter, for MDR it is 90 meter, for ODR it is 60 meter, and for village road it is 40 meter, and for urban roads it is 50 meter. This is the figure which shows the detail of that sign. The height of signboard below that equilateral triangle is 2.75 meter. The size of explanatory note in white is 450 mm in height, and the angle used for these signs are 80 by 80 by 8 mm angle. Okay, so please remember the size of angle also. Please remember the height. Please remember the height of explanation plate. Please see, all these are the warning signs, that is loose gravel. This is the loose gravel, means the for urban road it is important. This is pedestrian crossing. This is the school. This is the irregular intersection. This is the T intersection. This is the Y intersection or intersection. This is irregular intersections. This is staggered intersection. This is right hand curve. This is the unguarded railway crossing. This is guarded railway crossing. This is main at work. This is right hand hairpin band. There must be a possibility of cattle. This is the zigzag road. This is the dangerous ascent or gradient. This is the dangerous descent or decreasing gradient. You must study all these figures, and you must know all these figures for what they are indicating, because it is very important as far as examination point of view, but it is very important for your safety point of view when you are using your vehicle on road or expressway. Then third type of sign is informatory sign, and which is termed as a guiding sign also. These signs are used to guide the road user or traveler along the routes, inform them about the destination, distance, and provide with information to make travel easier, safe, and pleasant. Okay, and these signs are grouped under the following subheads: direction and place identification signs. Second is the facility information signs. Third is the other useful information signs. And fourth is the parking signs. All these are informatory signs. The sign of a hospital is here. The sign of first aid, sign of public telephone, sign of rest house, sign of light refreshment, sign of eating place, sign of petrol pump. All these signs are important for the travelers. Okay. Then road junction approach. This figure shows the road junction approach. Post is made up of angle 80 by 80 by 8. That 80 by 80 by 8 is the standard. And the size of this road junction board is 120 centimeter by 75 centimeter. The second board generally asked in examination is the route marker sign. Route marker signs indicates the name of that national highway. For example, for Pune-Sholapur highway, that is NH65, that number NH03 shown here. The height of that informatory rectangle is 450 mm by 600 mm. The height of board at the top is 2250 mm or 2.25 meter. The definition plate is there, and post is made up of angle 80 by 80 by 8, and it is stripped with the black and white bands. Okay, so that is the route marker sign. Then first part we completed all the road signs. Three type of road signs are there. You must remember these three types. You must remember MCG. M means mandatory, C means cautionary, and G means guided signs. Okay, then we are going to discuss the road markings. Road markings are equally important as well as road signs, because it is filled by the driver, and it is very important for the driver, because driver all the time seeing towards the road, not seeing upwards or not seeing outside, but he is seeing towards the road. And these road markings are on the road, and they are very important as far as road safety and traffic engineering is concerned. These are the special signs used to regulate the traffic. They are made up of with the lines or patterns. They are also made up of words or symbols or reflectors on the pavement or on the curb, on the side of islands, or on the fixed object within or near the roadway or carriageway. The markings are made up of using paints in contrast color of background. Generally, light reflecting paints are used for traffic marking. Generally, yellow and white road markings are widely used for expressways as well as national highways. The longitudinal lines should be at least 10 centimeter thick. The longitudinal lines means along the gradient, they are 10 centimeter thick, and transverse line should be such a thickness that they are visible from the sufficient distance to give road user adequate time to take the proper action. Okay, the traffic markings may be classified in the following categories. First is the pavement marking, which is popularly known. It is made up of thermoplastic paint nowadays. Curb marking are there, they are made up of with the paint. Object marking is there, and reflector unit marking is there on the anti-crash barrier or crash barriers on the highways. Okay, or on the road delineators. Pavement marking are the center line marking or lane marking or the stop lines or crosswalk lines, parking space limit. Sometimes chevrons are marked, no parking zone, pavement edge line, and bus stops, etc. Curb parking, you must know the curb. Curb marking are done to restrict the driver to go on the footpath or to go on the median. Object marking must be provided on the road delineators to show the width of the carriageway or to show the width of the roadway. And reflector unit markings are placed on the crash barriers or anti-crash barriers. In the night, there is a visibility of highway or expressway, and this marking plays very vital role for the safety of the road users in the night time. So, we are going to discuss the third type that are the road signals. And road signals, you know that road signals are very popular. On road signal there are several Hindi movie songs also. ना तूने सिग्नल देखा ना मैंने सिग्नल देखा, accident हो गया रब्बा रब्बा. So we have to avoid such accidents, and you must study the road signals also. Road signals or traffic signals are the control devices which have been proved to be very effective system of controlling and guiding the traffic. More especially on the intersection of the road where there is a heavy vehicular traffic, especially in the city, these road signals plays very vital role. The traffic control signals have three colored light glows facing each direction of the traffic flow. The red color means you must know stop, the green means go, and yellow indicates the clearance time for the vehicles which enter in the intersection area by the end of green time to clear off. So clearing time is the yellow. Additional signal showing green lights for separate movements of turning traffic may also be provided whenever there is a necessary. There are continuously blinking yellow signals on the median openings of the highways as well as expressways. The yellow blinking signals are provided there. What are the advantages of signal? They provide the orderly movement of the traffic and increase the traffic handling capacity of most of the intersection at grade. When there are intersection at the grade, means the intersection of the road is not at different level. In such a situation, traffic signals plays the vital role. They reduce the frequency of the traffic accidents, especially right angle collisions. Traffic quality is improved by providing right angle collisions. Traffic quality is improved by providing the traffic signals. They control the speed on the main as well as crossroads. They provide interruption to the heavy traffic in order to allow other traffic cross the road, especially in the Pune city. They provide a chance to crossing the traffic to cross the road of continuous traffic flow at reasonable time interval. So it is useful for pedestrians also. They help the traffic by directing them on the different road. That is also important. Automatic traffic signal may work out to be economical as compared to the manual control. The automatic signal, and there are two types of signal timing, that is fixed time signals and second is the fluctuating time signals. Fluctuating time signals are very important because they fluctuate depending upon the traffic density or traffic volume. When traffic volume is more, the signal timing is automatically placed accordingly, and when traffic density or traffic volume is less, in that time they increase their timing also. What are the disadvantages of this signal system? They increase the chances of road end collision. So vehicle collide to each other end to end. Excessive delay to the vehicle may be caused particularly during off-peak hours. There are delay. When there is peak hours, everybody thinks about the delay. But also for non-peak hours, delay is there in case of fixed timing signals. Improper design and location may lead violations of the control system, and failure of the signal due to electric supply or any other defect may lead lot of confusion to the road users. That is also important. So failure should not be there. Then we are going to discuss the last category of these traffic control devices, that is traffic island. The raised area constructed within the roadway to establish the physical channels through which the vehicular traffic may be guided are called as traffic islands. At the traffic island, all converging vehicles are compelled to move round the island in one direction before they wave out for the particular road or particular direction. Usually traffic island serves more than one function. They serve as a shelter for pedestrian also while crossing the road, and they also used to provide the guide to the vehicles, and no signals are required for that traffic island. In Sholapur, if you are from Maharashtra and you are from Sholapur, the Sat Rasta Chowk is the best example of that traffic island. But nowadays it is also beyond the capacity because it needs some grade separator. Types of traffic island. The traffic island can be divided into following groups depending upon their functions. One is the divisional island, second is the channelizing island, third is the pedestrian loading island, and last one is the rotary island. These four types you must remember by DCPR. D means divisional, C means channelizing, P means pedestrian, and R means rotary island. So first is the circular shape rotary island. This is the rotary island. and these four are the channelizing island. These four are the channelizing island. So you must know for circular shape how the channelizing island and rotary island is provided. For elliptical shape, these are the channelizing islands and central one is the rotary island. Okay. And for square shape also same. The central one is the rotary island and for four sides there are channelizing islands, or we may term it as a refuse island. Okay. And for rectangular shape also central part is the rotary island and side parts are the refusor or rotary islands. So for more details and notes, you may please contact my administrator or email me on that email address. And also not to fail to watch my channel for more and more details in civil engineering, and these lectures might be useful for you for MPSC mains and other competitive type of examinations. So don't miss to subscribe my channel. Please subscribe my channel as early as possible and watch my channel. And if you like my content, you press the like button and also press the bell icon for further notifications. Till then, good night, bye bye, see you, bye.